Testing, 2 1 2 test. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let's start off with the micro caps. So we have UOAA up 94%. We have SMX behind that, which is down. We have JYD, JZN, Feed. Everything else is pretty much under or around 10%. We have JC SE down there with 11%. But UK was moving on Friday. We'll look into it and see what's going on there. 28 million shares traded. Everything else is pretty much under a million, so not even in the competition for it. Let's also go and look at the non-micros. So on the non-micros, we can see RITR is 27%, P9 is 19, INN or IIN 6%, and LIM 11%. And these have just started to crease over 5 million up to 31 million. So let's look through here and see what people are interested in on Monday morning. See if we can find a reason behind all of this stuff. Let's start with UOKA. Is the biggest gainer. Okay, so this one, UOKA, last news was released 1 month ago. This wholly owned subsidiary MD Local Group or Local Global Limited announces strategic design partnerships with Fernie Castle Garden and Castle Exhibition. So partnership, collaboration, signed a collaboration. Have they gotten any money though? So that's the big thing. Have they got growth of revenue? There's another collaboration. This is 9 months ago, long time ago. Okay, I'm going too far. Let's go to the profile and see what they actually do. Profile says MDJM Limited engages in the hotel and rental management business in the United Kingdom. It engages in the management and rental properties. So this is almost like real estate. It said, and it's only got 2 employees. So Fernie Castle, Leatham, Cupar, United Kingdom, consumer cyclical logging with 2 employees. And it's almost like real estate. So that one is going to be a void. Okay, so real estate. Okay, that one next. Let's see if we can find any other bullish looking ones. SMX kind of loot, not really much. JZXN is a Chinese stock. ELPW is a Chinese stock. JYD is a Chinese stock. Voxel. Uh, this one was moving. I never did trade Voxel. Have a reason. Find a reason on it moving. Let's feed. AG feed. It went up big in the aftermarket Friday, but has come on back down to 299. Just gonna have to get a new idea, I guess. Have to kick up some dirt. M's, M's absolutely plummeting down there. That $22 and has fallen to 18. Okay. Let's go and look at Amazon still moving downwards. Amazon right now, uncertainty in the market for that one. All right, let's jump over to the overall news. Did we have any speakers for today or anything like that? Today is the 9th. Hey, we do have a couple of, oh, this was the day that they're supposed to be talking about digital assets. And we discussed that sometime last week, maybe Friday, I don't know. But yeah, this is the day they're going to be talking about this. So this is going to be probably some kind of big crypto type thing. Then we have a conversation with Stephen Moran. I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about. Discussion, and then a discussion with Governor. Oh wait, yeah, another discussion in Boston, Massachusetts. So he's talking all day, but we have this digital assets that's coming up uh, towards this afternoon at the Global Interdependence Center Summit. The dollar and continued U.S. exceptionalism. Right. We'll see how that does. Go over here to the main news. So we see top news right now. Kind of warns its banks to rein in U.S. Treasury holdings. All right, so maybe this is some stuff that I can take notes on. Here are the current notes that we have from last week, the 6th. Fallout of Bitcoin, speakers on digital assets. So I did already have that in my notes. And virtual currency restriction may be coming on board. Okay, and then behind that, we just had EVTV, GXA AI. That was pretty, those are the pretty, in AI infrastructure, pretty heavy traded topics. But today, let's go ahead and notate that China warns its banks to rein in U.S. Treasury holdings. And we'll see, keep that idea on board, how it affects these Chinese stocks. Will they still be ripping and dipping and all this stuff even more, or what? Right, so this banks to rein in U.S. treasuries. See what else we got over here. Kyndryl delays quarterly filing, flags financial reporting concerns. This job has become the ultimate case study for why AI won't replace human workers. Um, IMEC opens 2.5 billion euros chip pilots line as Europe looks to strengthen AI hand. The 2 minutes that made traders lose faith in the gas market. U.S. software stocks tumble, and defense stocks surge. The lady ended up, or the lady that's supposed to be winning, can't even pronounce. She's yeah making moves in Japan. Let's see. Labor market is staying put. Why this is the best earnings setup since 2020, 2021. Is the U.S. labor market running hot or starting to cool down? Tech sell off, how the market can get very dangerous very quickly. Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any super hot things. Let me jump back over here to the scans. Else bullish on this Monday morning. If not, this will just be a sit on my hands day. You know, I am not afraid to sit. There's nothing there. If something pops up later on in the day, I'll take notes of it and I'll see if I can attack it on a different day. Yeah. Ooh, PGY. What in the world happened to you? $20 dropped down here. 15. That's not good. Go look at what Bitcoin is doing as well. Bitcoin still inside of this previously traded range. Hasn't got back over 70,000. It tried, but it has a bottom down here of 60,000. We'll see if we see a continued sell off. Sometimes when people see these big pin wicks, they start buying because they believe that's some type of buying signal. But sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Could just be forming some consolidation. We still have a while inside of this month, so we don't know where this month is going to actually close up. But we got 1, 2, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks in this month until this candle closes. So not too certain, not too certain. And then Ethereum is also down in the dumps as well. Over. So during pre-market, what I'm looking for, especially in the higher floats, if I see something that is above, $2, $1, $2, but it's a higher float, heavier outstanding shares, I'm like, okay, well, does it have abnormal volume for a higher float? And usually, once they get over 5 million shares, something is happening. Something is either wrong or right with that stock. So, for right now, I'm seeing RITR, which is only $1, up 30% with 32 million shares. It hit a high of 160 and came back and grinded down here. It does have some type of catalyst. Let's see, reiter. Oh my gosh. It says it signs a strategic cooperation framework agreement with some other company. So that's just cooperation, probably a collaboration. $1.09. Let's see what the other one is. P9. No news on that one. IINN. Receives a tier one vendor approval for service enabling immediate commercial use at scale. It's only 70 something. So yeah. The ones that have a little bit of catalyst are definitely being probably overlooked because they may not be that volatile or may turn into chop factories. A still leading the way. None of these other small caps, micro caps have reached a million shares traded. They got a lot. I mean, think about it. Any of them that do come up to a million, they're challenging this one that's up 38 million shares traded right now. So, in my head, I'm like, this has to fail big. UOKA has to fail big and the volume has to dry up on it for me to be like, oh, something else could come up. Right now, this is the only place that I'll be looking. If this doesn't fail during the day, I'm not taking a trade. I'm okay. Something comes up and starts running up to 10 million or something like that. I'm just like, maybe it'll do something tomorrow. Today, UOKA is looking like, I don't know if it's getting increased short interest or what, but it's along the real estate side. So real estate, we had one last time, last Monday with real estate. I think it was WHLR. And we know how that ended up. It just faded all day. Real estate, people don't want real estate super volatile. Any of those stocks that are super volatile, it's just like, why? You should be more stable with all these real estate properties. But of course, it is a float thing. So if it's lower float, it really doesn't matter. Supply of tradable shares is so low that even if they do own a lot of properties or not, the price can be thrown around easily by big money. Okay, Yeah, I'm just going to continue to watch GXAI as well. Keep that one on my watch list. This one was one that I traded one time. It went up here to the 216s. I don't know what kind of structure it's trying to do here. I was looking for it to break down 130s, but it hasn't broken that down yet. I did trade it on Friday for a little gain, but I'm going to keep milking these stocks until the next catalyst comes out that overwhelms this catalyst, right? Keep milking, keep milking, keep milking until there's nothing left to milk. It did fill this gap in here, 171 all the way down to 149. I'm just watching and waiting. May have some, may have something in here, but I'm looking for if it's going to do a powerful breakdown. And I'm also looking for the resurgence of Amazon because that's what it is connected to. So if Amazon starts moving up, then I'm like, okay, maybe there'll be some here if no other catalyst is out. But for now, just sitting on my hand. As long as UOKA is up there with 38 million shares traded, I'm definitely not going XAI. XAI barely has 30,000 shares traded. Good morning, Donnell. Out here at 7:15, looking at all of these stocks, trying to figure out what they want to do to us today. They're not gonna be doing much to me because I'm gonna be after this, I'm gonna be getting to work. Um, Especially if I don't, I probably just take notes and see when I get back if anything ripped or whatnot during intraday. But pre-market been a little slow, looking a little slow. Overall market though, looking pretty good. Continuing to pile its way up. Went down here again to the 24,000s. So walked this way down into this descent, and now walking its way back up. This is another time that it's done this, but it seems to be getting flatter and flatter. It's kind of has a top here and then other top here. Seems to be getting flatter and flatter, and we're just looking for it to start walking back up. I'm looking for Amazon to start to walk back up for some small cap movement on Amazon. Said they put what 200 and something billion or something, 200 million. I forgot what they, but put money into build outs of different facilities and things like that. So hey, what small caps are connected to this? What small caps could be doing well from this? Focus on. No, when there's nothing moving, time does move pretty fast. Usually, if something's moving, it takes forever. I guess because we're kind of watching it and zoned in on every little candle or whatnot. But there's something when it's weakness, what time moves? It was just 7 o'clock, 18 minutes already. could not trade LIMN either, but was just really, really high. You know, it was cheap, it was grindy. A lot of people did end up trading that one, but kind of just away from it. Yeah, so this market isn't giving me much hope here on Monday morning. Maybe there'll be something that comes out, but it's going to be a war zone either way, especially if it is the only thing that's coming up by itself. Definitely going to be a war zone for shorts and longs shorts trying to keep their confidence because for the most part of last week, shorts had control. Everything that was going up was getting hammered down. And so they're going to be trying to keep their control, which is good if something pops up and starts to make their control slip and makes their fear, go through the roof. So the more fearful they get, all it takes is one fat finger, and then we are on to a parabolic move. So we'll definitely be looking out for that, and just watching them slowly lose control again. Small cap. I'm back red on the day. Hopefully y'all had a great weekend. Uh, Got a chance to rest your mind and all of that good stuff. But KD is dying. 23 fell from $23 down here to what is KD? Kendrill Holdings. Heard on that. All right, let's see. KD says Kendrill Holdings Inc. operates as a technology services company and IT information services provided in the United States, Japan, and internationally. The company offers cloud services, core enterprise. Okay, that's why it's probably. Let me go look at the news. Why did it drop so much? Have bad earnings or something to drop it $10 per share? Oh, that's why. So Kendrill cuts earnings outlook amid financial reporting review. It misses Q4 revenue estimate. Stock drops 25.3%. Kendrill reports third quarter fiscal 2026 results. What to expect from Kendrill's KD Q4 earnings. Well, Bitcoin, that was a day ago, recent price. Hmm. Kendrill got punched in the mouth. Do they do a dividend? May have to cut that dividend. Dividend. Okay, they don't do dividends. They just got dropped. Boy, short still look like they are tapping in. Look at PGY from 20 all the way to 19, another dropper. AD, PGY just drops. You're not seeing any upward moves like this. QS just popped up there. Was it a billion shares? QS is so What's going on with this? US 10 hours ago says how QuantumScape's Eagle Line manufacturing blueprint could reshape the outlook of for QS investors. QuantumScape's Eagle Line puts commercialization and license have to test. Mars Growth Stock inaugurates Eagle Line to accelerate solid state battery production in the industry. So that's EV news. What's the float on this? This got a higher float. It might be a choppy one. That's from a day ago. These solid state batteries. QuantumScape inaugurates electric vehicles. So this is along the lines of electric vehicles. Percent. So we have out of California. It has 800 employees. It's got a lot of people to pay. So US may be one to keep on watch. Not up big, but it is along the EV battery line side. So could be one to watch. Let me just put that on my note. This higher float. EV battery testing. They're testing this new structure. Get that not be so vague. Shape, solid state. One from a day ago. Okay, QuantumScape Corporation QS announced Thursday the inauguration of its installed Eagle Line solid state battery. Um, Development marks a significant advancement for QuantumScape's efforts to commercialize its next generation battery technology. Um, Facility location, the Eagle Line, based in San Jose, trying to produce QS battery cells for sampling and testing. Intended to demonstrate scalable. So it's intended to demonstrate scalable production for gigawatt hour scale manufacturing. So it's still kind of in a testing phase here. US, let me notes. Yeah, they're still doing testing, but I'm just gonna put it in the notes so I just have it. Save that. So current notes. So we of course we saw Bitcoin popped and dropped. Saw the rare earth error, which kind of came and went. TBAI, GXAI, the fallout of Bitcoin. We have speakers about digital assets today, so crypto could be seeing some type of action during that speaking time. China warns its banks to rein in U.S. Treasury holdings, and then QS EV battery facility location, San Jose production capability designed to produce QS cells for customer sampling and testing. Scalability is intended. So these are the words that I'm looking at. Designed. So it's like a future. They're looking towards the future. You haven't seen any contracts or anything come out yet. And then intended to demonstrate scalable production. So that doesn't give me confidence, those words. Once they say, oh yeah, we're not intending, it's actually doing this. That's when I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on. But that's QS up 10%, but still we gotta see some straighten out this market. Anyway, I'm not gonna be here looking at these all day. We see that UOKA has not fallen yet, has 39 million shares traded. We see Ritar none. We just haven't found a lot of wrong things, but that's okay because it's Monday morning and we're not in a rat race trying to take a trade. More like let's find the quality over quantity type deal. And this is, no rush trading. So want every week find that best catalyst, profit off of it, and then wring it dry, trade it until it's dry. For now, not seeing much. Y'all are looking to trade anything, definitely keep your head on a swivel for now. Maybe it's something that hasn't popped up yet, but it's working its way up. And if that is the case, it's still going to be in heavy competition with this one, with almost 40 million shares traded on UOKA now. So I'm just like, this thing has to fail. This thing, I mean, it's got too much. It's holding up too much. I wouldn't trade anything else until it fails. 39 million shares traded. Big boy number. Only at $2.32. Look how tight this range is for it to be 39 million shares traded there. So coming from Friday, right? Friday kind of flatlined, flatline, and then all of a sudden a pop from 150 up here to around 250. So a dollar move with all of that volume, almost 40 million shares traded. That seems like a bad omen. Let me go look at and see if they have any shelf registrations here. Yep, they do have a shelf registration, but it is from 2024. 2024. So are we out of range for that? That's a regular shelf registration. So that'll be 10, 20. Oh, we're still in range for the shelf registration. They could enact it. 2-year shelf registration. But yeah, real estate, yeah, just not too interested in that one. Okay. Anyway, I'm about to jump off of here. I'm just not seeing anything that interests. I don't like to be bored trading because board trading is when you start making stupid mistakes. So let me go and get on down. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all in the next one tomorrow morning. Um, I probably won't be looking super heavy at the market because today is kind of a busy day for me. So probably just gonna chill, clear my head, come back in with a fresh start tomorrow morning. But yeah, gonna be it for me. So much for tuning in, and as always, y'all in the next one. Peace.